Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Hopefully you're doing well wherever you're watching from. Man, it's been quite some time since I've been live on the channel, and so I figured, some of my students have been encouraging me, bugging me, asking me to produce another video. So that's what I'm actually doing today. So, man, it's been, like I said, it's been quite some time. A shout out to my good, shout out to, I'm learning how to rework this stuff. Shout out to Chocolate Twist Yoga. What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully you're out there doing your thing. I know you are over there on LinkedIn. I forgot the platform that you go live on all the time, but yeah, it's been a while since we've linked up and had a time to chat. But thank you for watching, man. As soon as I dropped the going live button, man, I was just trying to check to make sure I was on YouTube, and I saw you on here. So I appreciate you hopping on. Check it out. Real briefly, I just want to just kind of tell everyone what I'm doing and what I hope to do in the future as I kind of reintroduce who I am and all that kind of good stuff. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Mr. Riley. I am a former early childhood special educator within my school district. And so now I've taken on a new challenge, a new role with my school district. And so that's what I'm on here today to kind of talk about. And so I've switched roles. I'm no longer, after I guess 10 plus years being an early childhood special educator working within my school district. Now I am what you would call a restorative justice teacher. And so basically what I want to do in the next few moments is kind of talk about my new position. And if my students have any questions, they can always refer back to this video. Folks who know me, they can always refer, but I'm just giving everyone a wonderful update. Say, yeah, I'm still making some content. I've been producing a lot of stuff on my own for my job. And so I figured out, let me go ahead and just reintroduce myself. So here we are. So what I'm doing, actually, I'm working as a teacher under the BSAP program here within Los Angeles. And BSAP really stands for Black Student Achievement Plan or Program. And so basically within my school, I work with all of the students who are African American. I work with all the students actually, but this program has been funded by the school district to kind of really target and assist a lot of our Black students in our schools. And so it's a district-wide program. And so one of the spaces where I fill in is what we call a restorative justice teacher. And so the restorative justice teacher is, there's my little logo right there I made for my merch. I got t-shirts and hats and all kind of good stuff. But yeah, so now you know where I work. Don't come after me. So here's what I do. I'm a restorative justice teacher. Within the BSAP team, we have we have a PSW, a social worker, basically attendance counselor. We have a parent rep. We have the restorative justice teacher, and we have a school and climate advocate who works well with all the students on the class. Hey, Bethany, what's going on? Let me see if I can put some comments up here. Let me adjust these just a tad. Thank you for watching. Let me put you right there in the middle. There we go. So Bethany's watching. What's going on, Cuzzo, another Cuzzo up there in Northern California. So restorative justice stands for, I'm the BSAP RJ teacher, and restorative justice stands for, RJ stands for restoring the justice. And so you're probably asking what does that mean? What does that look like in the classroom? Well, some of our students amongst the whole school and part of the BSAP program, sometimes students have difficulties working with one another and actually sharing, their thoughts and ideas in terms of how to get along with one another. So what this restorative justice teacher does, I actually do a couple of things. And so here's a few of the things that I do. I have different kind of circles. And so, I've been reading a lot of books, self-taught, attending a lot of professional development, and looking at videos, here on YouTube in terms of what it means to be a restorative justice teacher. So there's tons of videos out there, but one of the things that I do to help students kind of work through problems and situations, first we have what I call a community building circle. So basically I invite classes to come in and we talk about a couple of the, we pose some questions, and then we're trying to develop their social and emotional side of the student. So we're working on questioning, we're working on identity, we're working on criticality, because we want these students to think about, some things that they might be experiencing. And so we all do that through SEL, what we call social emotional learning. And so part of my job is to build up joy and wellness in my classroom and at my school. So one of the ways that I do that is I invite teachers to come and be a part of my community circles, what I call community building circles. And so there's some things that we have that take place during our community building circle, and we'll talk about that in a hot second. And then we have restorative justice circles. If there's a group of students or maybe 2 or 3 students who are having difficulty with communicating with one another, getting along, then we'll, have a conversation. And I try to encourage my students or tell my students that they're not in trouble, but we just want to get to the bottom of it because we want to have students to be able to critically think and also reflect on some of their attitudes and actions and seek to restore that relationship, whether it's, student to student or might sometimes be student to teacher. Students might feel that teachers are targeting them. And so we'll give them a space to kind of talk and voice their concerns. And then if it gets to something where it's a little bit more serious, then we have we have the psychiatric social work on campus, and the students can sign up for counseling, meeting with that individual, and kind of get some additional counseling as well. My job is more or less to seek a way to build community and get them to being cordial. If they don't want to be friends, if they're in the classroom, but they still have to understand that we're working collaboratively in the same classroom or amongst the grade level. So that's kind of what we do. And then also repairing the harm. If there has been some harm, such as, if one student has taken something that belongs to another student, then we seek to acknowledge what has happened, and we want to, welcome the student back into the classroom community. Maybe there was a suspension. We haven't had any suspensions at our school site, but if there's some kind of suspensions or something that's taking place that the whole classroom knows about, then we seek to kind of repair the damage that has been done and welcome the student back within the classroom community. And then one of the other things that I have to, make sure that happens during my community circles, community building circles at least, and this is the best part. I love this right here. So trying to figure out what RJ does, this is one of the ways that I reach my students on the daily, because I don't want to try to build rapport or build a relationship, and I don't have a relationship with the students. And so one of the things that I do every day at my school is I host these community building circles. And so these are some of the must-haves. So we have a welcome, I tell them what's going on. There's an agenda that we follow, and, pretty much every week we follow the same agenda. We have a check-in. So it can be something like, instead of, tell me how you're feeling today, or are you feeling good or bad, I usually make it part of the theme or the question this discussion question that we're going to have later on in the day. So for instance, when the time changed a couple of weeks ago, their check-in was either, and it's just a check-in is just a simple thumbs up or thumbs down. So my check-in is like, hey, do you like coming in at 8 o'clock like you normally would, or would you prefer an extra hour? And so I'll just have the kids give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. There's no discussion. I just basically want to know how they're feeling. And so that's what we do with the check-in. And then the centering activity, if Chocolate Twist Yoga is still watching, we kind of do some breathing techniques. So for some of the younger kids, we'll do want them to kind of get adjusted to if there's difficulties that they're experiencing, either they might be experiencing in their classroom or at home with a sibling or a student on campus, then it's always a good way to kind of calm yourself down. So I teach them breathing techniques. And so one of the ways that I teach them is, let's do the smell the flower and blow out the candle. And so basically it's just taking deep breaths and having the students go through those. And I always remind them that, look, if there's something going on in your classroom, you need to refocus. This is a great way, an awesome way for you to get back on task and kind of calm yourself down if there's a need to calm down. And so, we'll do just, hey, pretend like your fist is a flower. You just inhale. So then have the kids hold it, and I'll do it with them. We'll hold it for maybe 5 to 10, 7 seconds, and then we'll blow out the candle. So I do that amongst the grade levels. And so every week there's almost a different kind of breathing technique to center the students when they come in. And then we also do reviewing the community guidelines, so talking, listening with respect, remaining in the circle, honor privacy. So those are some of the things that I always remind the students. And then with the talking piece. So part of the circle is you have to have a talking piece so that way everyone has an opportunity to talk. And so either I'll make it relatable to the lesson. When I first started in the summertime, I used a small Dodger hat, and so I have one on my shelf behind me. So we would just say, if this is the talking piece, if you have the talking piece, you get to talk. And then if you don't have the talking piece, you need to remain silent. And so we do that every week. And it's kind of like a call and response for the talking piece. And then we'll go ahead and have the discussion question. So one of the discussion questions, let me see if I can remember for this week. Yes, we were talking about kindness this week. And I said, think of the last time, you did something or a student did something for you. How did you feel? And so if they have the talking piece, go Dodgers, they have an opportunity to kind of voice and think about how they felt or how they think the other person felt as it relates to, them showing an act of kindness. And then with that, we have, we'll usually have 2 or 3 discussion questions, and then we'll have a closing quote. And again, I try to make it relatable. And most of the times I try to find a quote that's from a famous African-American person. And so we kind of intertwine that. And so what I might do next time, or what I might begin to do, is take advantage of the shorts, YouTube Shorts shelf, and put those, some of the discussion questions that I have weekly in that platform, in that medium. And so that'd be a good way for folks to kind of interact and kind of understand what we're doing over here in the classroom. So that's all I really wanted to do this evening. And I just want to give a big shout out to a couple of my students who are part of the Tea Party. I told them, they were asking me, it's like, Mr. Riley, you haven't recorded a video in quite some time. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do one this weekend. So shout out to the Tea Party. Thank you for encouraging your teacher to produce a video. But other than that, guys, that's all I wanted to do, just kind of reintroduce myself to this platform, YouTube, and hopefully I can begin to produce more content that you can understand that, what we're doing, what we're trying to do in my restorative justice classroom, as I am a part of the wonderful BSAP program. Again, BSAP stands for Black Student Achievement Plan or Program. And here's my wonderful logo that I created in Canva. So I've been doing a lot of stuff over here, creating merch and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a wonderful time over here in Mr. Riley's world. And so again, just wanted to say hello, happy Saturday. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. And I don't see any other questions or comments. But yeah, this is your favorite. Hopefully I can become your favorite restorative justice teacher. And if you have any questions, do me a favor. And I guess I need to create a graphic for this as well. You can go ahead, of course, leave a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, as we have kind of pivoted away from being an early childhood special educator to a restorative justice teacher as a part of the BSAP program, as a part of my school district. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. There will be another video probably sometime this week, but this is Mr. Riley updating you on my latest gig within my school district. And I am coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.